It was organized by Vice Committee, and it was well received by all the members. Followed by that, it was the previous PSM webinar on 19th January. Mr. Anurag Tripathi and Murugananda Busapati. And we had good participation. It was around 82 members attended and got benefited. The Toastmasters meetings are going parallelly. Even during this pandemic, they had met several times, and it is going strength by strength now. So it's a good initiative. Upcoming events, we had lined up a webinar on new innovation and standards in breathing solutions on 21st February 2022. Followed by that, we have authorized gas tester training program on 25th and 26th, which will be holidays in Kuwait. ISO 45001 lead auditor training program on 6th to 10th of March 2022. And again, PSM technical meet, the 21st meet on 16th March 2022. This is the next mega event of Kuwait chapter, the 11th International Health, Safety, Security, Environment and Loss Prevention Professional Development Conference and Exhibition, which will be held in the month of November, most probably. And we are, at this current situation, we could see a physical conference being conducted in Kuwait in the month of November. So we all seek your support and active participation in this conference. We'll be floating the flyers and announcement shortly. So please keep in touch with us and support us in this conference. It's time now to invite Mr. Ujjwal Ritwik, the PSM expert and the moderator of this PSM community, to take over, sir. So over to you, Mr. Ritwik.
Thank you, Rishi. Thanks a lot. I'm happy to see that you now have a very good introductory video about the community, about the society. The society is, I know many of participants who are there in the meeting, you are already members of the society. And some of you are not. So it is a good opportunity that you can become members. There are so many things to gain. So many things to gain. I can vouch for this. I'm a member since 1996, and I would like to remain member even if I am not active in the profession, because just being in a community of this kind of sort gives me such a good feeling. So I request all of you, and those who are already member, get more busy, get more engaged, because it is a membership society. That means how much you give, that is multiplied, and then you get back. So the more you give, the more you get back. Very simple formula. Now coming back to these meetings, process safety management. Way back, now I have forgotten when it was. It was way back. We thought that there has to be something that keeps the pot boiling, keeps the pot warm, and heat be on for process safety management. Process safety is nothing but operational safety. On one side, we say personal safety, trips, slips, falls, and on another side, occupational health. That means our immediate environment around us. What is the concentration of obnoxious or harmful gases, or ergonomic issues, repeated issues, and sometimes ergonomics. So these are very important for us, for all of you, whosoever in EHS or HSE profession, even those who are not in HSE profession. It is very important for them to safeguard. If I am a driver, I won't say that I am a safety officer, but I must say that I am a safe driver. Otherwise, how can I drive my colleagues, drive myself, drive my family from point A to point B? For me, safety for me, safety for others. So I am a safety officer. Same way, operational safety, when I am operating a plant, when I'm operating an oil field, when I'm pumping something across pipeline, when I am even connected to some of these operational issues, I need to have operational safety. And process safety is about that. Many times people confuse that process safety is about quantitative risk assessment, or it is about knowing big, complex formulas and issues beyond our comprehension, beyond our, understanding. No, not at all. Process safety is touching almost everyone who is around in these industries. So, uh, I always give an example. If suppose you are near an oil field, you are nowhere. I mean, you are nowhere in the rig or connected with the rig. Maybe I am a cook in a camp nearby, okay, in a living quarter nearby. I am a cook next to an oil rig out in the desert. Now, if there is an alarm that, okay, there is an H2S outbreak, it's coming out here, a cloud is coming out here, I have to run away. If I have to run away, I have to take an action. I am a process safety person. I am affected by a risk related to process safety. And therefore, I need to know not everything, not the full detail, but I need to know how to run away, where to assemble, why I am running away, whom I need to follow, etc. And this is the process. This is what is process safety about. It is not QRA alone. Many people, they think that it is a very special technology. Yes, we employ sometime, not always, sometime special technology, special techniques, special calculations, formulas, applications, but they are not everywhere. Process safety, the traditional process safety has got elements. Only one element talks about such things. Rest of all, they talk about normal, operational safety program. Having said that, let me come to now these meetings. These meetings were, we started long time back, and I'm glad that most of you are following it month after month, month after month. I should thank pandemic, COVID. Because of that, people now realize that they can spare this 90 minutes in a month without moving out from their home, from their chair. And that is, sometimes as they say that there is silver lining even in a black cloud. This is the silver lining. COVID-19 pandemic has been very bad for the entire earth, for everyone. But these are some of the silver linings we are talking about. In these meetings, we have two presentations. Normally, we talk one about an incident, a famous incident, infamous incident, so that we are reminded that, okay, the Piper Alpha happened, Bhopal happened, Flixborough happened. But we do forget. Generations, they do not remember. So that's why we need to keep reminding ourselves about those incidents. So one presentation is about such infamous incident, and another presentation is about personal experience sharing. That means what? I was operating this, I started the pump, and suddenly this blowout happened. It was my experience, my failure. Normally, we learn by failures, whether we accept it or not. Sometimes it is near miss failure, sometimes it is actual failure. But those are the things that make us learn. So, such personal experiences are normally presented. And right now, I would like all of you to consider presenting in the next month meeting or meeting after next month, March, April, May, June, so that all of you get this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful experience of presentation to a body which is like you, like all of us. It is your responsibility. Also, it is an opportunity to develop yourself. Today we have got the two presentations. Yeah. So the first presentation is by Mr. Ashwin Raj, and he would be talking about risk assessment of atmospheric ammonia storage tank. Again, he is talking about failure mode and effect analysis. But again, let me warn you, this is not the beginning and end of process safety. This is one of the techniques of process safety management we'll learn from Ashwin Raj. And then we will have a kind of break for introducing those who are joining for the first time. We'll also enlist people for presenting in the next few months. Then it will be followed by the second presentation. So I invite Mr. Ashwin Raj, who is MTech graduate, Cochin University. Please introduce yourself and start your presentation. You may share your screen now. Welcome, Ashwin.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, thank you. First of all, thanks to the ASSP-KC chapter coordinates for inviting, for providing me this platform, and I would like to give a special thanks to Mr. Ramana for inviting me as a speaker, and I like to thank Mr. Najas for referring me as a speaker to this platform. Today, I would like to, since I'm a newcomer into this organization, I would like to tell about myself. My name is Ashwin Raj. I'm a 2020 year MTech graduate from Cochin University, and I'm currently working in a company called Dencare. That's a company based in Kochi, making artificial tooth, and I'm responsible for the safety of around 3,000 employees in this production plant. So today I'm taking a seminar on the topic of risk assessment of atmospheric ammonia storage tank using FMECA and Fuzzy FMECA. So in this, these are all the, within 15 minutes, I will complete this presentation. These are all the contents in this presentation. What is FMECA? Case study on ammonia, atmospheric ammonia storage facility, then application of that FMECA on atmospheric ammonia facility, then limitation of FMECA, fuzzy set theory, then how to use fuzzy set theory using MATLAB. So first of all, we need to understand what is FMECA. So before that, we need to understand what is FMEA, what is the difference between FMEA and FMECA. In FMEA, the failure modes are prioritized. In FMEA, the failure modes are identified, and the end effect of the failure mode is returned. So there is no prioritization, but in FMECA, failure modes are prioritized for some purpose. Let's take an example of a torch light. So in a torch light, the failure mode, one failure mode can be taken as a switch fails to turn on. What will happen if a switch fails to turn on? You can see here that if a switch failed to turn on, no flashlight output will come. So if the full switch fails to turn off, constant flashlight output may come. Suppose if we take an example of if a watchman is using this torch, and there will not be much consequence if any switch fails to turn on or turn off. But if a defense person or a soldier is using this torch for a mission, if the switch fails to turn on, the mission may lose, and the consequence of the mission may be the consequence of the switch failure may be the mission loss. And if it is failed to turn off, the enemy can easily spot the soldier and kill him, that result in his death or serious injury. So some failure modes need to be prioritized for maintenance purpose, and some failures need to be prevented at any cost. So prioritization is needed. How we can prioritize the failure modes? Using a number called risk priority number. That risk priority number is a combination of occurrence of the failure mode, severity of the failure mode, then non-detection of the failure mode. Occurrence is a representation of how often the failure occurs. That entirely depends on the probability of occurrence of that failure mode. Then severity means what is the consequence of that. Severity depends on what is the consequence of that failure mode. Then non-detection is suppose if any failure happened and if it is not detected, the severity may get multiplied. So non-detection is also need to be taken into consideration. So while calculating the risk priority number, I will explain how we can find the occurrence value, severity value, and non-detection value. So like this, we can take a IEC 60812 standard, and normally this occurrence, severity, and non-detection is taken on a scale of 10. So if any failure is not happening, suppose when we taking the occurrence, if any failure is not happening in 5 years, so within a 5 years only one failure is happened, it can be ranked as 1. So if any failure is happening every day, it can be given a value of 10. Like that, if any severity also can be divided on a scale of 10. Non-detection can also be ranked on a scale of 10. So when coming to severity, if no safety effect or health effect or environment effect is happening because of a failure mode, it can be given a rank of 1. So, and if any failure happened and the failure resulted in any serious injury, serious environment damage, serious property damage, it can be given as a rank of 10. Similarly, if any failure is detected very early, it can be given as a rank of 1. And by increasing, if any failure is cannot be detected, it can be given a rank of 10. So like that, we can multiply this and find the risk priority number. According to the risk priority number, we can rank the failure modes. And by using the rank, the highest number holds the highest position in the rank. So using that ranks, we can prioritize the maintenance strategies for that failure modes. So when coming to this ammonia storage facility, this is an ammonia storage facility with there are two main components in this ammonia storage facility. Two main subsystems, that's our storage tank and a refrigeration pipe. This ammonia storage facility has the storage tank has a capacity of around 10,000 tons, and it is maintained at a pressure of atmospheric pressure. And to keep it in atmospheric pressure, we need to reduce the temperature. So the temperature need to be reduced to negative 33 degrees Celsius. But the problem here is when it is maintained at negative 33 degrees Celsius, the difference between the atmospheric temperature, and let's take atmospheric temperature is 30 degrees Celsius, and the storage tank temperature is difference between it is around 63 degrees Celsius. So heat from the atmosphere may penetrate into the storage tank, and some amount of ammonia, liquid ammonia may get evaporated, and it can increase the pressure inside the tank. So to reduce the pressure, we provided the refrigeration unit. So in this refrigeration unit, whenever the pressure inside the storage tank increases, evaporation is high, the refrigeration pipe, the storage tank is associated with a pressure transfer. The pressure transfer will send signal to the refrigeration unit to start. So the evaporated ammonia vapor will be extracted from it, and it will convert it into a liquid stage. Then it will pump it back to the storage tank itself. Like that, the pressure is maintained inside the tank. So if I consider a failure mode in this, suppose if the refrigeration unit is not started, because for example, if the pressure transfer did not send any signal to start this refrigeration unit automatically, pressure may build up inside the tank, and through pressure relief valve, ammonia may release to the atmosphere. So that can be considered as a failure mode. Like that, we can find a lot of failure modes in this system, like maybe compressor failure can happen, then condenser failure can happen, coolant tower failure can happen. Like that, there are a lot of failure modes we can identify from this system, ammonia storage facility. Then I will go to the basics of that FMECA. That's how we can conduct an FMECA analysis is, first of all, we need to select the process or any component that we need to conduct FMECA analysis. That's selection of the process. Then that can be, that may be a system or a subsystem or any component, anything that we can take. Then we need to form a team of experts. That expert team may contain safety engineer, maintenance expert, chemical experts, then instrumentation experts. So people like that need to be included in the experts group. Then collection of information. The collection of information include past historical failure data of each and every components, then the reliability of each and every component, and all we need to collect it. Then we need to conduct FMEC analysis. So in FMEC, while conducting FMEC analysis, we follow 4 steps: identification of each failure mode, then identification of the ranks of each risk parameters that we have mentioned. Risk parameters are occurrence, severity, and non-detection that we have shown here. Then finding out the RPN from that by multiplying it like this, we can multiply it and find the RPN of the failure for each failure mode. So then we can rank the failure modes based on the RPN number. Like that, well, I have in this I have identified around 61 failure modes for this storage tank, and using I have given that using an expert team, by forming an expert team, I have identified the occurrence, severity, and non-detection ranks for each failure mode, and found the RPN and prioritized it based on the RPN, so that the highest number of the risk priority number holds the first position, then the second most number holds the second position, like that, prioritized. Then there are some limitations for FMECA analysis. What are those? So in this FMECA analysis, different combinations of occurrence, severity, and non-detection numbers can produce exactly same value of RPN. That's, for example, I have shown here that's 2 into 3 into 2 can result in 12. 4 into 1 into 3 can result in 12. So ranking will be little difficult here if any 4 or 5 failure mode shows same RPN number, and the we also need to consider by looking into by looking into the failure mode itself, by looking into the RPN itself, we cannot tell what are its difficulties, that what are its occurrence, severity, and non-detection. So in this I have highlighted that we have a duplication of number, that is failure mode 4 and failure mode 6 has duplication of number 108 and 108. So that's difficult to prioritize. So then there is one more thing. That if there is any small difference, if the RPN, since RPN is a product of occurrence, severity, and non-detection, even a very small difference in one number can result in huge difference in the risk priority number. So here in this case, if 7 into 7 into 1 result in 49, 7 to 7 to 2 may result in 98. You can see here in this blue color highlighted area that 1 into, if occurrence in failure mode 2 and failure mode 9, both the failure modes has almost same occurrence, severity, and non-detection ranking, but the RPN is very different. That's 54 and 120. So it may result in that failure mode 9 may come in rank of 5, failure mode 2 may come in the rank of around 35 or 40. So the prioritization is an utter bluff at that stage. So if it comes like this, so then there is one more thing is the experts in the experts team prefer to express their opinions in qualitative terms rather than in quantitative terms. That they want to express that some severity of some failure modes are like extremely dangerous, serious, it is not going to happen, or anything like that. That if any unlikely, that occurrence can be given as unlikely, likelihood of the failure is definitely will happen, like that. They prefer to give it in linguistic terms. So there comes the introduction of that fuzzy set theory. So in fuzzy set theory, I will explain this fuzzy set theory by giving what is the difference between a fuzzy set theory and binary set theory. So in binary set theory, if anyone asks, do you have a phone? There will be an answer, yes or no. That is 0 or 1. We can have a definite answer. But in fuzzy set theory, we don't have any definite answer. We have an answer between 0 and 1. So if anyone asks how the temperature in the room, someone may say freezing, someone may say cool, someone may say warm, someone may say hot. So that's our linguistic variables. So for example, if we map that into a graph, here the 0 and 1 is taken as taken in the y-axis, and the temperature inside the room is taken in the x-axis in degree Fahrenheit. Let's suppose if anyone says the temperature is 50 degrees Celsius, the experts can say it is cool. Experts can easily say that's the confidence value of 1 will be there. That's at the top, 1 will be there, cool. Definitely can say 50 degrees Celsius can be taken considered as cool. Then 70 degrees Celsius can be definitely considered as warm. But what if the temperature is 60 degrees Celsius? It will come under the category of cool and warm. So we cannot tell it is cool or warm. So like that, fuzzy set theory works. It will come under both categories, that cool and warm. Like that, we can consider. For example, if we take the severity, like that, we can divide the ranking of 0 to 10 into any number of linguistic variables. That's we can take into 5 numbers, we can take into 10 numbers. Here in this case, I have taken the 10 linguistic variables here. That is also given in this IEC standard, IEC 60812 standard, that we can take the linguistic variables from none, that severity of the linguistic variable I'm explaining, none, very minor, minor, low, moderate, significant, major, extreme, very extreme, serious. So like this, we can also take the linguistic variables for occurrence as well as the non-detection. So using this, we can plot this on a graph. This is a fuzzy graph. Like this, this is the fuzzy graph of Pepper-Schiff functions and input variables of severity. Then this is for occurrence and non-detection. Using this, we can find a number called risk priority number, fuzzy risk priority number. So the fuzzy risk priority number is almost same as normal risk priority number, but the calculation is a little different, and it is very difficult. We need to find fuzzy risk priority number for each failure mode. That will take a lot of calculation there, but we can use software assistance for this. There comes the introduction of MATLAB into this. So in this MATLAB, we can give the occurrence rank, severity rank, non-detection rank as input. Then we can give input to a fuzzy inference system. So from that fuzzy inference system, we can take output as FRPN, that is fuzzy RPN, fuzzy risk priority number. So how we can develop a fuzzy inference system? So like this, we can develop a fuzzy inference system. We need to, previously I have told we are making a team of experts. The team of experts can give some presets into this. A rule base need to be formed. So the rule base is formed by using submitting the conditions. So in this case, there is around the occurrence is divided into 10 scale, severity is divided into 10 scale, non-detection is also divided into 10 scale. So 10 into 10 into 10, around 1,000 combinations will be coming. So the experts team need to sit together and give these combinations. What will happen? Give definitions to these combinations. So what will happen if occurrence is high, severity is moderate, and non-detection is high? The FRPN should be this one. That's FRPN should be high. Like that, the expert team need to give inputs, and they need to take outputs from that. So we will teach the fuzzy inference system how to behave. Like that, if we give after these rule base is set, after running the system, if we give occurrence, severity, and non-detection numbers, it will automatically provide a fuzzy RPN number. So based on that, we can, from expert elicitation, we can take the linguistic variables for each failure mode, and we can submit it on the MATLAB, and we can find FRPN number, and based on the FRPN numbers, we can rank the failure modes accurately. Here in this case, there is no duplication coming, and there is no problems. It can mitigate the limitations of conventional RPN number. And we can compare this, the last and second last columns. You can compare this, that fuzzy ranking and normal RPN ranking. That's failure mode, for example, failure mode 4. If you take failure mode 4, that fuzzy ranking will be 9, normal RPN ranking will be 15. So that much difference will come in this while conducting this fuzzy ranking. So I find the fuzzy ranking is more accurate than the normal RPN ranking. So with this, that's what I intended to present. This is a I have published this. Based on this, I have published a research paper in an international journal, and that's all about that topic. I think it is end of my presentation, and thank you.
That was a good presentation, Ashwin. Very impressive, and I'm so happy that you have been able to present this paper. What journal is this?
Okay, sorry, sir. That's a Journal of System Assurance, International Journal of System Assurance Engineering and Management.
Oh, okay, okay, good, good. Can you just in a few sentences summarize again what you have expressed just now in your presentation?
I expressed how to use MATLAB while mainly focused on how to use MATLAB based fuzzy risk assessment.
Okay, okay. So MATLAB is a specific application for FMC.
Yeah, how to
FMCA.
conduct, yeah, in that atmospheric ammonia storage tank.
Right, right.
So if I explain that all the failure modes of
No,
atmospheric
I'm
ammonia
not
storage
talking
tank,
of.
it will be.
So basically, you are saying that normal analysis could be replaced with fuzzy analysis.
Yeah, sir.
And
Advanced methods.
Advanced method. And what advantage it will have? It will be more
It
focused.
will reduce the duplication can be reduced, and we can exactly take what all are the factors inside. What is the importance of the factors inside?
Right. Okay.
Inside a
So
number.
that's very good. Now we can take a few questions. Those of you who are listening, please go ahead, raise your hands, unmute yourself. Vimal Raju, please introduce yourself in one sentence and then unmute, first unmute and then go ahead.
Yeah,
Vimal
I'm
Raju.
Vimal. Right. Shall I talk now?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Vimal. I'm from Kuwait. In fact, I work with Brunel Energy.
Okay.
See, I'm pretty new to this thing, and I have a very basic question. It is pretty much fundamental. You said three things: occurrence, severity, and non-detection, right?
Yeah.
So what exactly is non-detection? Occurrence and severity we can assume. I assume like it could be the severity and the probability. And what about non-detection? What is that term exactly meant by?
Suppose sometimes if any, for example, in a ammonia storage tank, the gas detectors may be there, ammonia detectors may be there. So it is very easy to detect without smell. It is very easy to detect with that equipment that alarm may rang, so people can easily detect that. So that may not be the case if any other gas leakage may happen, and any other no smelling gas leakage may happen, and no detectors are there. It is very difficult to identify the leakage. Like that, we can like that. That's what I meant in non-detection.
Okay, so normally it is not that easy to find a failure. I mean, this kind of failure. That's what you're saying.
Normally we can find failure. So then, what if a failure happened inside a pipe?
What do you mean
that is also
that?
A problem.
Inside a pipe in the
so that cannot be identifiable. That is not identifiable. So there we will give a rank of 10.
What do you mean by inside the spool? Otherwise, inside a pipe.
Yeah, inside. If any failure happens, so pipe rupture can be taken as a failure mode. Any tube, like we take a heat exchanger, so any pipe rupture may happen. So any hazardous liquid is passing through that inside the tube, and any pipe rupture happened inside, failure happened, and non-detection is also very high.
The probability of non-detection is high, but still the pressure, the temperature make it some kind of deviations might be readable.
What if operator is not there?
Yeah, in that case it is. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said all those parameters How do you get into MATLAB, and how did you set these parameters? Like you said, I guess it is they are programmers, MATLAB programmers who helped you. Otherwise,
There's no need
you
of any
yourself.
programmings.
Okay.
There is no need. It's itself is a tool made by MATLAB that we can give options in that.
Okay. That
If you
means,
get any basic training in that, you can easily perform that tool in MATLAB.
What I heard about MATLAB earlier in my studies is like they used to what is that, into fMRI detection and all that.
Okay.
fMRI detection and all that. That is something related to brain signals and all that. That's what I heard.
Neural programming, maybe you are telling.
Yes. I never know that this kind of.
Yeah. That also we can perform in that.
So this is a customized version of MATLAB, where we can.
No, we can download MATLAB Fuzzy toolbox in MATLAB itself.
So the application itself is available.
Itself is available.
Okay. That's pretty good.
Okay. So we will take one more question, and then we have to move forward to in the meeting further. Anyone? Any other question? Okay. Some people are still hesitant. So let's carry on. And those of you who may have questions later on, hopefully we will get some time towards the end of the meeting again.
Okay, you can also put questions in the chat box. I can answer.
Sure. That's a very good idea, Ashwin.
Okay.
Now, it's time for those who have joined this forum for the first time. Please introduce yourself. It is always good to know who is around, who is in the league, who wants to lead. So go ahead and introduce yourself, those of you who are joining for the first time. Ramana, you can help identify those, maybe some of them. Helmi Baruni, is this your first time or you have been here before? Mr. Helmi Baruni? Mr. Helmi Baruni? Okay, the other person, Mr. Ismaili Rashidi Fiongo.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Introduce yourself. We would like to know what you are doing, from where you are speaking, what made you interested in this. Go ahead, Ismaili.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. I'm very glad to be one among the member of this meeting here. My name is Ismail Rashid Fiongo. I am from Tanzania. I'm an environmental, social, health, and safety officer from Sina Hydro Company Limited. So I'm very happy to be here.
Good to know, Ismaili. And what exactly you are doing here? I mean, at
I'm learning that actually. I'm here to get a new knowledge concerning this issue of health and safety matters.
The webinar will be shortly. Please remain on the line.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Our moderator's network is not good.
Okay, Ramana, just carry on. If there are some new people joining, let's identify and let them introduce themselves.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ismail Residi. Now I'd like
Okay.
to request Mr. It is Alode Abraham, right? Okay. Any others?
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
It's my great pleasure to be part of this wonderful group. I am
Okay.
Lobwede Abraham Ekukole from Cameroon. I do work
Cameroon.
offshore as an engine control room operator on an FSO. And considering my work environment is full of risk, that is why I said it to be necessary I join a group like this to learn more so I could
Very
perform better with my company.
good. Good. Nice to hear from you.
It's my pleasure too.
Thank you. And shall I call Mr. Helmi Borowi? No, his audio is having problem, it seems. Shall I call Ms. Maruti Rathod?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. I'm myself Maruti Rathod, sir, and
Okay.
I am working as a safety officer in API means pharmaceutical company. That is, our company has a WHO certification. Recently, 1 month ago, I was joined, and
Okay.
there is a need of process safety. That's why we joined this webinar.
How did you come to
Before,
know, Maruti? How did you come to know about this forum?
sir, actually, I'm in a WhatsApp group, sir. Many times I got say webinars, but now today I decided to join the
Good.
process safety.
So you would continue in future as well?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very good. And you would like to present something for the next meeting?
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can, sir.
Yeah. So you can present about a near miss or an accident at your plant or maybe your friend's plant. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
don't have to name if the plant people do not allow you. You don't have to name them. You can just say that this happened in one plant or a plant. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
next month we will have on the same day on 16th of March, and
Okay, sir.
Mr. Ramana will be in touch with you, and you can
Okay,
present a simple case. Okay, a very simple case. It does not have to be very big case like 300 people died. No, not like that. It can be that nobody died. It happened, and something,
Yes, sir.
it was a near miss, and fine. But you learned, and you are sharing from there. Okay.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes.
I go back to Smiley. Are you still around?
Yes, sir. I'm still around
Smiley.
here.
Would you like to
Yes, sir.
present next month or maybe in the month of April? Because I think we had only one spot in March. Ramana?
Yes.
So maybe in April, Smiley, you can present something similar?
Yes, of course. If we will be
Yeah.
with the raise march,
It
I
can
will
be
present.
3 minutes, it can be 13 minutes, less than 15 minutes. It need not be 13 deaths, it could be 0 death, it could be 0 loss. Don't worry. Something that you learned from, that's all. Okay.
Okay.
So for the month of April, Mr. Ramana will give you, it is every third Wednesday, 7 p.m. Kuwait
Okay.
time. So you can, since you are in Tanzania, you can, what's the time right now there?
Okay. Okay.
What is the
Oh.
time in Tanzania?
7 p.m. I think we share the same
Same
time.
time zone. Okay, great.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's wonderful.
Yes.
Is there any, thank you, Ismaili. Is there anyone else who would like to introduce joining this forum for the first time?
Yes. So, which thing will I present for the next month? As you tell me?
Anything that you are doing. Anything that you
okay.
are doing. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I will
Any
do so.
incident from where you have learned.
Okay. No problem.
If you do
I will
not
do
get
so.
some idea, you can always get back to Ramana, to me, and we can give you some, some thoughts as to what you can present.
Okay. Thank you, Lord. Thank you,
Okay.
Lord.
Is there someone else, Ramana, who has joined for
Yeah.
the first time? Who else?
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
Ismaili.
sorry. So where can I get your contact? Maybe your maybe
I will contact you.
place to charge.
Okay,
I
we
mean,
have your telephone number and your email ID. We'll contact you.
Okay. Then I have something to ask.
Sure, go ahead.
There is an maybe certificate for this trading here.
Oh yeah, I think we should have explained you earlier. All of you, this is not only for Ismaili, but for all of you, we have a process by which we award certificate of attendance, to this for the attending this meeting, and
Okay.
you get that. However, just to make sure that everyone is attentive to get that certificate, we have a small quiz that we'll be doing at the end. Participate in the quiz and you will get a certificate. Okay?
Okay. Thank you,
All
Lord,
of you.
sir. Thank you, Lord.
Great.
Thank you, Lord, sir.
Tatu Hefziba, I'm sorry if I'm not able to pronounce your name properly. Tatu, you can go ahead, introduce yourself to the group.
Okay, hello. My name is Tatu Hepzibah. I am a first year mining engineering student from Cameroon.
Welcome, Tatu. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
So how did you come to know about this forum?
Okay, my health and safety lecturer told me about it. He actually told me about it.
Wonderful. And are you aware of process safety topics?
No, not yet, sir.
Good. I'm so proud of you that, and thanks to your teacher also, who brought you to this forum. Go ahead and announce to your friends and colleagues and all of them, they can join this and get benefited by, whatever discussions going on here, presentations going on here. Okay?
Okay, thank you, sir.
You are most welcome, Tatu. And keep coming back to this forum.
Yes, sir.
Ramana, we have someone else.
Thank you for viewing this ASSP.
Yes, sir.
Who else?
Yes, sir. People are there. Few more people are there.
Yeah.
Sir, Full Muhammad was supposed to.
Full Muhammad. Full Muhammad Khan, are you still around? And Alab Vede Abraham.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, are you joining for the first time?
Yes, sir. I'm joining from the first time, sir.
Great. Talk about yourself.
Okay. I am Alobwede Abraham from Cameroon.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir. I do work with Perenco Cameroon as an engine room operator. Yes. And considering the kind of job we do offshore, It involves
Okay.
a lot of risk. So one of my friends connected me with this group so I could learn more on safety measures to enable me to do my job in a safe and protected environment.
Great. So you are engine room operator out there, and you are already connected with process safety.
Yes, sir.
By all means, you are a process safety person, and we are happy to have you. Consider presenting something in April meeting.
Okay,
Okay.
it will be a great pleasure for me, sir.
Yeah. So you can present something that has happened out there, and that made you learn. For example, an incident or a near miss, something, anything. Okay.
Okay. Yes, sir. Well understood, sir.
Right. We will connect. We will send you an email or WhatsApp message, and then you can get back to us.
Okay, I'll gladly do that, sir.
Very good. Now, any other person, Ramana?
Okay, sir. We can. Anyone is there? They can raise their hand. There are few more. They are not. I'm sending messages, individual messages.
Ito Augustine. Is this your first time? You can unmute yourself. Ito Augustine. Leopold Tana. Leopold Tana, are you still with us? Leopold, you can, yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Is this your first time or you have joined this before?
No, sir. Thank you very much for the opportunity. This is not my first time attending one of these sessions. I was there last time.
Wow, very good. So I'm so happy that you keep coming back, and I encourage you that be there all the time. Did you make any presentation anytime?
No, sir. I've not yet been opportuned to make a presentation.
So be ready for the next one. We'll contact you maybe in April or May. Okay.
Okay, sir. I'll be very delighted.
Yeah, we will be delighted. We want to learn from all of you, from everyone out here. Anyone and everyone who is out here, we want to learn from you so that I get a free experience. I don't have to commit the same mistake, commit the same losses. I will learn at your expense. That's the beauty of less experience sharing. Okay. Let's now carry on. Let's go to the next presenter. Please, Mr. Praveen Chaudhary, we are very happy to have you here with us. Like all of us who are joining, all of us who are presenting, all of those who are listening. It's a pleasure to have all of you here on this forum. So now over to you, Mr. Praveen Chaudhary. Please introduce yourself in a little more detail, and then go ahead about your topic, machine guarding, non-compliance lead to fatal incident. Go ahead, Mr. Praveen.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Myself, Praveen, and presently I'm working in Aditya Birla Group, Grasim Cellulosic Division, Vilayat, as an assistant manager, safety. My overall experience is around 7 years in safety, including the overseas experience of Abu Dhabi, UAE. I worked in ADNOC refinery under the one of the construction company, Tata Projects Limited. I worked there as a lead HSC engineer, and then I returned back to India and continued one full-time course, Advanced Diploma in Industrial Safety from one of the pioneer organization, Institute of India, central government approved, Regional Labour Institute, Kolkata. I became the batch topper of 2019-20. Then I joined here and continued. My qualification is MTech in Environmental Science and Engineering. My basic qualification is BTech in biotechnology. So this is all about me. And today I would like to discuss something about the mandatory requirement for guarding of machineries. One incident I will share, but before that, I just want to discuss some basic points. What are the hazards of machineries and dangerous machineries actually, and what are the different points where we can put the guards. Guards may be of various kinds, various designs. Yeah. We can have for the guarding, and we can provide that, but we have to select the adequate guardings. This is the situation, and the selection will be varying as per the machinery's requirement. But today I will discuss about the conveyor. One incident happened in 2021, right? When I was in one of the steel industry, and I was on the third party payroll, and I was a lead safety manager over there. And this incident happened on conveyor system. So,
are you sharing something, sir?
No,
Sorry to
not,
disturb you. Yeah,
not
okay.
prepared
It's okay, it's okay. No issues with this. Okay, please go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. So, first of all, the hazards are like there are many different movements of machineries, like rotational, transverse movement, oscillatory, circular. Various types of movements are there. So the main concern is like pinch points. These are the physical hazard I am talking about. Pinch points, wrap points, shear points, nip points, where people can get crushed. Body parts can come, and entanglement can happen. Any loose cloths and body parts can get entangled. Pull-in points, thrown objects. These are the some physical hazard associated with the machinery's movement. So one incident happened. See, whenever as a safety person we take a walk around at the site, and we usually find such non-compliances, people are very much habitual of getting used to the system. They work on the machinery, and they are getting habitual of doing the non-compliances, or they are habitual of getting you can say they are adopted to the unsafe workstations. That's what I mean. They don't use to visualize, or they don't want to analyze that sometimes if the supervisor will not be present over the location, incident may happen, because understanding of the worker and understanding of the technical person or manager will be different. Definitely, worker will always follow the orders, and if some supervisor will not be around, they will do the mistakes. And for that purpose, this PSM is very much important. We have to make our workplace safer, not based on the supervision, but based on the some design part, layout of the workplace, as well as technical technology in incorporations, some sensors or guardings that we have to think about. Not only just person should stand and supervise, then only work will be going on in a safer manner. No, that's not the aim. That should not be the aim ever. So incident happened. The root cause was the same. The layout of the and design of the conveyor system was not adequate. The contract workman was not aware about he was aware about the hazard, but due to their practices, he got entangled into the conveyor machineries. So what happened on 26th of August 2021, morning 11:30 a.m., this incident happened. Mr. X, he was with his team. As usual, toolbox talk happened. Supervisor instructed the work schedule. They were gone. They had gone inside the conveyor system, and the work was actually the cleaning and housekeeping activities. Just simple work around the machineries. before start of the job, they had waited for the permit that was complied. Permit taken, and during that time, one of the worker, the injured person or IP IP had decided to go for the some other drinking or something else. Some information was assumed because he went alone. He went for drinking, we have assumed, and after 10 minutes, the person who was there for sampling purpose, he saw the incident. Actually, he was the first observer. He clearly observed that IP was get stuck into the conveyor system, and the end race of the conveyor. There is two end, tail race or end race. So tail race and tail race side, he got entangled. Immediately he informed to the site in charge and supervisor. Conveyor machine was immediately switched off and plant was taken on the shutdown. This person was carefully, but at that time he expired actually, spot dead. The guarding around the end race that was cut with the cutting machine, and then body was brought outside. We assumed, we did our investigation, and the root cause was the guarding was available at the end or the front end or the tail end of the machineries, but it was not available at the idler part. Idler actually used to move the conveyor belt, and that idler was actually the reason behind this incident. That person we had assumed, because nobody had seen the incident, our analysis assumed on basis of circumstances. We assumed that this person had taken the shortcuts to cross the conveyor, and at that time he got slipped, he got disbalanced, body got disbalanced and fall on the conveyor belt, immediately got stuck. Suppose this is the incident briefings, and this is the analysis. But what are the precautionary measures? What we analyzed, that if that would have been available there on the machineries, definitely this incident would not happen. There must be 360 guarding on the whole conveyor system, and there must be the pathway marking where the person should move. Those two things were not there, and after the incident, definitely we had ensured those requirements, but this incident happened and that person lost his life. In India, as per our factory rules, this is the mandatory requirement as per the section 21 of the Factories Act 1948, fencing of machineries. It states that every moving part of machineries shall be guarded. It's not only the nip points or shear points, but every moving part of machinery, even the transmission part, and any dangerous part of the machine which can cause any injury, it should be guarded mandatorily. But the execution team or the person who is present in operation part, process people, they are accepting the design which are receiving from the manufacturers. They should raise the voice. They should always ask regarding the standard practice. And as a responsible safety officer, yes, we are also responsible to highlight those issues, but not after the incident, but we should always focus on the proactive approaches. So that's it from my end today, and really happy to present this incident to all of you, in front of all of you. If I will get opportunity next time, I will definitely prepare the presentation based on some new learnings. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you very much. It was good to hear from you, Praveen.
Thank you.
Now, at this point, can we have some questions to Praveen? All those who are listening to him, who have been listening, please unmute yourself and go ahead, ask the question. Anyone? This time people are very quiet, Ramana.
Yes, sir. Somebody is talking.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, just
Sir,
introduce yourself and then
myself
ask your
Maruti
question.
Rathod, sir.
Yeah, you are Maruti Rathod. Go ahead.
Sir, I have one question. Sir, we have a packing department and there is a use conveyor belt.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, yes. Please tell me.
Sir, there is a conveyor belt for packing, sir. So worker is working on that conveyor belt. So at that place, how we can implement safety? Because worker is directly packing product from belt directly. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, am
Yes,
I
sir.
audible?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
no, there is some disturbance. Is there? No problem. Please carry on.
Yeah. I understood your question. I just want to say that you have to decide based on the design of machineries. See, there are many machineries which have clearly nip points or shear points, or it can easily, if the body part will come in contact, definitely it will give the injury to the workman. But you have to decide that whether that machinery is actually creating problem for you or not. It may create or not. You have to decide on the design of the machinery. See, packing, whatever you are talking about, that machinery, I don't think so that will be the design part will be, the surface will be smoother, not and there will not be any burr or something, spikes or that. There are some defects on the machineries. If there is anything, you should guard. Otherwise, if it is simply the packing movement of the packing material, if the surface is smoother, and I think over there guarding is not required. You have to decide based on the design. That's the fact, actually, concept. Based on the design only.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Good question. Now, any other question that someone may have? When you are asking questions, that shows that you are listening, that you are understanding the issues, which is very important. Just to make sure that this forum is not just to attend, but to participate. There is difference between attending and participating. We are not watching a movie here, or we are not watching a performance. We are participating in a meeting. There is someone who has explained something, his or her experience. All of us have to be with him or her. Walk through the person, walk with the presenter. So go ahead, ask questions.
Yeah, this is Narendra Patel.
Yes, Narendra.
Yeah, I want to share. Actually, I am in an industry where we have a lot of conveyor belt handling. So actually, I am from petroleum coke industries company. So we do handle petroleum coke with a conveyor system. So we have long chain of conveyors in the plant. apart from this incident, we do not have such incident as of now for this injury related to conveyors, but we have a pull cord system. So there is a cable which is passing from both the sides of the conveyor. So it will get tripped if somebody get nearer to the conveyor system. So this is also one of the safety point or safety system which help us to protect employees. Just to share my experience, and it was a good
Wonderful.
presentation, Praveen Kumar.
Very good. So you have a different mechanism for your conveyor that allows better safeguard, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. What would be the exact difference between what Praveen you said and what Narendra is talking about his plant, his conveyor system?
Right, sir. There must be the arrangement of pull cord. Pull cord is a safety device. Definitely, if any person will get nearer to the conveyor system, that will be automatically trip or machine will stop. But guarding means to cover the any nip points or any where the machineries can catch someone or can any entanglement will be there. That person fell from height and it directly fall on the conveyor belt. That's why this incident happened. So if there will be the designated pathway, I have just covered the root cause because there are some gaps over there, which is regarding the guarding as well as the layout of the that particular workplace. Designated pathway was not available. The person was unaware about the route map, from where he has to exit and enter. So, two things I would like to focus.
Great. Thank you. Anyone else before we close this topic?
Okay, sir. Good evening once more.
Yes.
It is Mr. Lobode Abraham from Cameroon.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
I just wanted to also propose a security measure concerning that incident that occurred with the conveyor. I think if a system is put in place, like a sensor that could detect abnormal functioning of the conveyor system, and it will automatically stop the conveyor, and as well give like an alarm that will alert the operator that the conveyor system is not functioning normally. Could that not also be like a safety measure that will be for the safety of the operator or whoever is passing beside the conveyor system during operation?
Yes, Praveen, you can answer him.
He's right, sir. That can be, there is some possibility we can put that safety control measures also. I agree. Yes.
Great.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Alobede. And now we will close this part, and I would request Ramana and Rishi to take over for the rest of the they have to conduct a quiz and all that and close the meeting. So go ahead, Ramana. Rishi, you are still around?
Yeah, they will be back, sir.
Okay, go ahead, Ramana. You can do it.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
So we have before, I'm not signing off, but I'll be switching off my mic. We have a presenter for next month, 2 presenters, right?
Yes, sir.
And 1 presenter for April. So you can talk to others and who have committed this meeting, and we can book for April and May as well.
Sure.
I request all of you come forward, even those who have done it before can come forward and talk about your experiences. I know every one of you have lots of experience. All of us have got. So if you don't share here, where else you want to share? And some of you who have to take approval from company, your company, go ahead if you can. If you think that you may not get an approval or that may be a difficult task, you just express without taking any name, any company name, any person name. Just go ahead and talk about your near misses, your incidents, actual loss incidents, etc. How I failed. That's the most important thing to know from. If you want to come and learn from me, the first thing I should be talking about is how I failed. So go ahead and talk about those failures. I know it takes courage, but that is where you all are coming from. You have courage. That's why you are attending this. So thank you, all of you. And I encourage that keep participating, spread the word for to your friends, colleagues, bosses, subordinates, that look, this forum is an important and useful forum, and you can join free of cost. That's very important, free of cost. So go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good evening once again. As per the agenda, we had to go for online quiz. And as we already mentioned, to get the participant certificate, everyone has to participate in the quiz, which I'm going to post it here now. You can check the chat box and participate in the quiz. It is very simple. Only your participation is required. Okay, no, don't worry about giving correct answer, whatever it is. Okay, just click on the link and answer the questions, and there will be a feedback in the next page. Just put your feedback, and after that you will get the certificate within 24 hours. And I thank everyone for participating. And as Ritvik sir already told about the participation, I encourage everyone to participate and ask the questions. Though you know the answer, or if you don't know the answer also, nothing to worry. Nobody is going to assess you in this case. Okay, we'll get the right information from the speakers. Like that, we can get more information. And during the network session also, we can ask questions. If speakers are available, they will answer. Otherwise, we'll get the answers from the speakers in the due course and send it to you. Okay, so this is the forum found for that purpose only. Okay, it is not only related to these presentations. You can also ask anything with the text or an email, so that we'll send that one to the concerned persons and get the answers for you. Okay, our contact details and WhatsApp number already posted in the chat box. Okay, you can note down that, and you can send your questions or queries, whatever you have, and we'll come back to you. Thank you. This link will be open for 5 minutes only. Okay, so I request everyone to finish in time. In the meantime, we can go for felicitation also, sir. Okay, Riaz, could you please open? Thank you, Praveen Chaudhary ji. As we requested, you came forward and delivered an excellent presentation and shared your knowledge on machine guarding, non-compliance led to fatal incident of on conveyor system. This is a token of appreciation, and this one you will get it to email as well. Thank you, sir. Mr. Aswin Raj, thank you very much for honoring this event. Actually, Mr. Najas has informed us to contact you, and you have agreed for the to give the presentation, and it's wonderful actually. Okay, and you have answered the question and answers also. Though you were young and energetic, you have answered the questions with the right information. Thank you very much. I request the next sessions also and learn more things. Thank you very much. And this certificate will be sent to you through email. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Now it's a time for networking. If you have any questions, or if you want to talk something about your job roles or whatever it is, you can open your mic and talk. Thank you. We'll have 5 minutes to announce the winners of the quiz. In the meantime, we can go for networking. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to close the link now. And I'm going to announce the winners actually. The presentation, I'm having some issues with the presentation, so I'm going to announce the names only, quiz winners. Thank you, speakers. Both have attended the quiz and you have answered in a quick time. So I'm going to announce 5 more winners. Okay, Mr. Amudan Dachinamurthy. Congratulations, you have answered in a quick time. Rakesh Krishna Pimpre. Thank you, Rakesh ji. You have won in a quick time. So Aito Augustine. Congratulations, you have also participated. Though it is the first time, you have concentrated well and you have answered all the questions correctly. Mr. Iqbal Ahmad Sheikh Ansari. Congratulations. You have answered all the Yeah, all the questions in a quick time. Vivek Dabaraji, thank you very much. You also participated and answered all the questions in a quicker time. Okay, all these participants have answered within 32 seconds. Okay, so thank you very much for your enthusiasm and participation.
So please, good evening, sir. What's your unfortunately, I did not get the question, please. I haven't answered any question. I haven't seen any line neither.
No, you didn't see the chat box, it seems. We are posted in the chat box.
Oh, unfortunately, I did not go there.
Oh, that's why I told you no.
Oh.
Okay, no issues. I'm going to open it for you. It will be there in your chat box only. Others won't get it because it's already closed. Okay. So I'm going to open it for you for a minute. Okay, try to finish as soon as possible. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir. Waiting.
Once the link is posted, just answer the questions and get the participant certificate within few days. Okay, within few hours. Okay, and it is time to close the meeting. It's already 10 minutes past to our scheduled time. If anyone would like to talk about something, you are always welcome. Or do you want me to call by name? Yeah, Mr. Atio Augustine. Please go ahead.
All right. Good evening once more to everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening once more to everyone. It's always a pleasure being at this platform to more knowledge and experience. In fact, it's been an amazing job. Something amazing for me. Always been in this platform, learning every day. In fact, every session, every webinar session, just like learning process to me. So it's really great, and I'm also happy that my people that I recommended from Cameroon are also there, and I think they have learned a lot today. And in turn, we like to attend more webinar sessions. I think this is my if not the fourth, but the fifth session I've been attending with the Kuwait chapter, and it's really amazing. It's really amazing. I'm really happy about that. I think maybe in the subsequent session, I'm going to have as well. I'm happy to do that. All right, thank you very much. That's what I want to give as contribution.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Augustine. Thank you very much for your participation. Thank you. With that, we'll end this session and we'll meet in our next session. We have another webinar on 21st of this month. Okay, it will be on Monday, I hope. So I request everyone to utilize that opportunity. Okay, it is related to the breathing operators, the new standards and innovations in breathing solutions we are going to have. So I request everyone to utilize this opportunity by joining. Thank you very much. See you in the next meeting.
Okay,
Bye.
thank you.
Thank you.